These are some of the things that have made quarantine life just a little bit easier to manage. So let's jump right into it. First off, my AirPods. These are, I think, the latest version of AirPods by Apple. We've got our little like couple hashtag there, MiFi, engraved on it. This was a gift from my husband. The reason I like this is because it's noise cancelling. When you are in a house and everyone's in the house, sometimes you just need a little bit of peace and quiet, or just a little bit of serenity while you try to do whatever it is that you need to do. So these have been amazing. My husband and I share a very tiny home office, and he's on calls like 90% of the time, so I find it really difficult to get my stuff done, and I have very little time to do my stuff these days because Mika is not in school. So the little time that I have to do my stuff, I just pop this on and try to get on with as much work as I can. I would say they are not like 100% noise cancelling. I would say they are like 85-90% effective, but 90% is good enough for me. So these have been a real good lifesaver for helping me do my job. If I'm talking very oddly today, it's because I just had some procedures done and I had to go, like I had to be sedated, and my mouth is just full of ulcers at the moment. So I think the way that they've placed the stuff was just, you know, creating all sorts of ulcers. Anyways, these next items are a little bit of an indulgence. It's basically coffee and tea, but it's nice coffee and nice teas. Starbucks cappuccino and caramel macchiato dolce gusto capsules. I have been having this every morning. Reminds you of the world, you know, the times where we used to go out and just happily get into Starbucks whenever we wanted and get like a nice frappuccino. And these are little indulgences that I really enjoy, because the coffee machine as well makes it taste a lot different than instant 3-in-1 coffee, which I do still take, but these are just for the days that I just want to indulge a little bit. I think they taste, I would say, like 80 again to 90% similar to what you would get at the store, so I'm not complaining. My favorites are of course the caramel macchiato, because I love sugared drinks, and the cappuccino is actually quite good as well. So this one's emptying, this one's like still filled to the brim. I love that Starbucks has, you know, collaborated with these brands just in time, because I know they also have the same capsules for Nespresso. So my friends who are on Nespresso machines, they actually get to have a little bit of Starbucks as well. Now for teas, I've been enjoying these luscious iced teas from TWG. Come in really cool packaging, like a little drawer like that. These are the two flavors that I'm currently enjoying at the moment. This is Sweet France and Pink Flamingo. They are both very sweet and that's why I like them. You essentially make them as normal teas, like you put hot water and all that. You leave a little bit of gap in your tumbler for a little bit of ice, for a lot of ice, and then you let it brew for about 5 minutes, and then you put a lot of ice in it. If you want it to be very bitter, you can leave it there for longer, but after that you can actually take the sachet out and, you know, you just enjoy it without the tea bag itself. So these are, again, I have them in my Starbucks tumbler just to pretend that life's, you know, a little bit better than it is. So since we're talking about coffee, I'm going to continue on with instant noodles. I'm sure all of us have a good amount of stock in our house. I'm really glad that they imposed that little limit for everyone to follow, because I think if I were to just shop in the instant noodle aisle, I'll probably get more than 2 packets. So these are the two that I've been loving a lot. This is just simple soup bihun, which the servings are not really big, but it's enough to fill you up, and then you can actually put in your own little sauces that you like. It's very simple. It's not bland, but it's not spicy or anything. It's by a brand called Papa, so this has been a favorite. So for the dry ones, I have been very annoyed with the instant noodles that I've tried, whereby they are super spicy, because I don't know, they've been created for all these YouTubers to do mukbangs with it, but I just don't find them very enjoyable. They're spicy and I love spicy food and I can take spicy food, but that kind of spiciness is just not enjoyable. So I've been quite annoyed at trying out all those flavors, and then I just decided to just give up on anything that says like anything that's too like gimmicky and like shouting spicy at you. But if you do like spicy, like, you know, noodles, and you want to try one out, I have been enjoying this one by a brand called Ibumi. It's the mee goreng sambal udang. I think it's meant to be like belacan flavored. Level of spice is quite okay, and then if you want to make it even spicier, you can add in your own like chilies and all that. So these are the two that I have been loving. It's been a good comfort food for me to turn to. So now a little bit about the body and the soul. So I try to do a workout every day before my day starts, and the app that I've been loving is this one. I've shared it on Instagram a couple of times. It's called Female Fitness. The icon looks like that. It's a very fuss-free, free app, and I essentially just do the full body 30-day challenge, and as you can see, I'm not quite halfway there. I have been skipping a couple of days. It's a good balance. I think you can log in like how fit you are, and then they will up the challenge accordingly. But for me, I just work out just so that I can have stamina to keep up with my son and what I have to do throughout the day. This is a good amount of strenuous exercise for me. It has a good amount of cardio, it's got good amount of stretches and all that. So it takes me about 18 to 20 minutes to finish one full workout, and then after that you can still do your own workouts if you want. So this has been quite useful, very easy to use, and it's free. So with that, some home gym equipment that has really helped. First is this mat. We got this about 5 to 6 years ago, and it's still in great condition. It hasn't, like, I don't know, it hasn't peeled or anything. I'm quite impressed by it. It's by Adidas. It's got a good amount of foam in it. It's perfect for me, and I like how it has this little thing where you can store it very easily. So really like that. And then some like DIY ways to help my body, which, you know, I feel like sometimes my body is much older than I am, and that sucks. Anyway, foam roller. I have back pain and my glutes for some reason need constant like massaging, so my physiotherapist actually recommended this to me, and it's been life-changing. So it's a foam roller. I just kind of like roll it up and down my back, and it has really helped to just loosen up those glutes so that I don't feel sore all the time. The other thing is my elastic bands. I use this for like my shoulder stretches, just to loosen up the areas around my neck and my shoulders. I think you can use this for like weights substitutes as well, but I don't really quite know how to do that. Let's talk about the mind. First of all, meditation. After my workouts and after I finish my stretches, I try to do 2 sessions of 5-minute meditations. So the way I do it is I just go onto Spotify. So those of you who use Spotify, just do a search for 5-minute meditations, and then look under podcasts, and then you have a ton of it. Reload my 5-minute meditation playlist, and every day I would just listen to one if I don't have time, and if I do, I will listen to 2 meditations, and each session is 5 minutes. So it helps me to start my day pretty well. There's this one from an album called One Mind Dharma. I find this really useful because unlike the past where I have time to do my own thing while Mika's in school or taking a nap, I have very limited time right now. So this really helps to just center my mind and just start the day really good. So let's talk about next, skincare. I do go out for like to see the doctor or to go to the grocery store. You know, you use a lot of hand sanitizers. I use the like the 70% alcohol content type of sanitizer, and your hands do get very dry. I've noticed that about my hands. I've noticed like the cuticles are a lot drier than usual, and you know, you can't go to your nail salon right now, so I have been putting on a lot of hand creams. This is my #1 favorite at the moment. It's by Body Shop. So you know all those little like hand creams that you used to get for Christmas? It's time to whip them out. So this is on my office table, and I use it quite frequently. I like it because it doesn't leave any like residue on your hands. You can still go about your day quite comfortably, and it smells great. Peppermint Candy. I think this must be like years ago or something. At night, I use this one by Molten Brown. It's in the scent Liang Liang. This one, I thought I would like it a lot more just because of the brand. I remember I got this when I was overseas, but it just leaves a really like sticky residue. Maybe I'm putting on too much, but I always feel like, you know, there's something on my hand after I put it, so therefore I only put it on at night. Okay, for the room and all that, so aromatherapy, I've been very into that recently. Whenever I have time to rest or when I'm in the office doing my stuff, I try to make my room smell nice. One simple way is through a room spray, and this I got it right before the circuit breaker started, and this is by Than. They have a store in Paragon. Actually a body mist, but you can use it like to spritz your room as well. This is in the scent Jasmine Essential Oil, and it just smells really nice, so I just spritz it all around. But other than that, essential oils have been amazing. This particular brand, you can get it quite easily online. It's called Now, and these are some of the scents that I like to put in my diffuser. If you don't have a diffuser, you can actually put it onto potpourri as well. So if you have some dried flowers, or if you have potpourri lying around and the scent has already worn out, you can just put some essential oils on that and just kind of give it a toss, and it will smell great again. I feel like the longer I'm spending time at home, the more I want to keep things nice in my house. So just trying to put all these. Last night I told my husband I feel like I want to burn candles again, but I don't think that's possible given that I have a 2-year-old toddler running around. So my camera light is blinking. I should probably wrap this up. Those are the things that I've been enjoying during the circuit breaker period. I can't talk right now, but I hope you guys are keeping well. These are, you know, I'm very lucky that I get to enjoy these things and I get to share these with you guys. I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope you're keeping safe. I hope that the circuit breaker will end soon. It's also a little bit weird to think about what will happen when it ends, because I think just doing simple things like taking the bus is going to be so like for us. Like even the other day I was putting on jeans when I wanted to go to the grocery store. It just felt so weird. Oh, I also wanted to mention WhatsApp calls are definitely one of my favorites. I don't know how to use Zoom or House Party. I just use WhatsApp calls to call my friends. I make it a point to call at least 1 to 2 friends per week via video or calls, and I definitely make sure that I call my mom as well. I think it's just good for your, I don't know, your sanity to be seeing others. So please make sure you check on your friends and family as well. All right, stay safe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.